My co-founder is not feeling too well, so I'll just kind of take it solo. But yeah, we're Growth.Brand, name TBD, and we're here to supercharge your earned media. Digital ad spend crossed $600 billion last year, and it's going to cross $800 billion in 2 years. Why is this a big problem? Unsustainable CAC. This is an inside joke I think we should all be familiar with in Silicon Valley. Roughly half of VC capital goes back into paid ads. And so as ads saturate, CACs keep increasing, and this whole playbook gets unsustainable. And so, of course, the holy grail is earned media, the ability to generate impressions organically. The challenge is that scaling organic impression is very difficult. Traditionally, the playbook is you start by creating some sort of content, you hope it goes viral, and then you also hope that it attracts a lot of customers. And there's a lot of different tactics that you can do with this. Like you can try to generate a lot of press, work with influencers that have pre-built distribution. You can sort of optimize blogs, make sure that it converts some of the traffic through SEO. The commonality here is that whatever the tactics you use, you're starting out by generating some form of content and hoping that there's a lot of eyeballs that you can draw into. But it's very hard to programmatically scale this. And so the general landscape of media looks something like this, where most of the money goes into paid media in hopes that it can scale. There we go. So we asked ourselves, like, is there a different way to scale organic impressions that drive brand engagement and sales? And then one thing that we noticed is that there's already 5 billion people that's talking on social media. There's probably millions of people that are looking for the thing that your brand provides in any given moment. And right, this is the power of the niche of the internet. There's always a crowd somewhere that sort of is in your tribe. But the question then was, what's stopping brands from discovering and engaging with these people instead of the whole shotgun approach of starting with the content? There's a couple elements to this. One is discovery is actually really, really hard. Keyword search is limited, but also keyword means there's an intent, but you also want to discover types of conversation where perhaps there's no direct intent, but it's also relevant for the brand, and you can kind of engage and drive positive brand awareness. Whoops. Oh. You can actually scroll down, but I don't know how to, so I'll just kind of verbalize it. Also, like, there's no way to like retrieve this. This is all manual, right? There's no like universal API where you can kind of retrieve all of the conversation, all of the comments under YouTube, under Instagram, et cetera, et cetera. The other thing is, like, even if you could sort of discover them, engaging proactively at scale is very costly. This is a lot of human capital. So in general, and this is a stat that we found, brands initiate only 1.5% of the brand-related conversations online. This figure doesn't include all of the non-branded long-tail conversations that could potentially lead to positive brand engagement. Now, there's obviously exceptions. So like Duolingo, Wendy's are the ultimate trolls on the internet. They're kind of everywhere, but even their scale is very limited. And so here's like an example where my first company was More Labs. We had a product that sold a drink that cures hangovers. And so like at any given moment, we took a screenshot of what are all of the relevant conversations that's happening. And again, like if you're assume you can scroll down, like same thing for multiple different mediums. These are all opportunities where we could sort of engage with these customers, just like Duolingo and Wendy's. And the opportunity is we can go after folks that want us. It's just they don't know we exist. And so we created Growth.Brand. We do two things. One, we discover conversations where your brand can drive awareness. And number two, we engage in those conversations through the brand's official social handle. All automatically at scale using AI, trained to speak in your brand's voice and tone. And so here's like, these are actually ads that are running on More Labs, and very typical, right? Just like any other brands you can see on social media. But instead, this is sort of where we could expect the future to be. And this is a demo that we built over the weekend. So this is very like rudimentary. But let's suppose that here's like some meme account that's talking about one of the greatest joys in life is to bail on a party, going to bed, waking up super early to enjoy morning. But we could probably generate a response that's fine-tuned to More Labs all automatically to say, actually, like you could do both, right? You could party and wake up hangover free. And the whole idea here is that this is just table stakes, but you can probably start to see how, as this model gets better, not only are you generating a positive engagement, but hopefully some percentage of them will also like land on your website and sort of purchase the product that you're selling, especially if you can do this at a massive scale. And I don't know how to go back. Let's see. Yeah, may need some help.
Okay. This is the video.
Okay. Oh, right there.
Okay. Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Oh. Yeah, and with the rough math, probably wrong, but reasonable. It's gonna cost us roughly $300. Beauty is that there's really no CapEx, it's just OpEx. And we've actually signed up a couple of those brands as a pilot, sort of starting with $1,000. And so there's an interesting sort of SaaS model that could be built in here. I think we have the right team to build this. I started 3 different brands, accumulatively made over 100 million in revenue. Previously, I was a product manager specifically on growth across Facebook, Uber, and Tesla. Akil over there spent over 10 years in software engineering across Facebook, Dropbox, and Oculus. He was also a very competitive programmer, world finalist at ACM. And then Misha, who's not here and not part of Inception, was my co-founder who actually spent his career beginning on brand agencies, doing the exact same thing that we're trying to replace, and spent 10 years doing product design across Stripe, Shopify, and Uber. So initially, I mean, we're starting with a tool that helps brands scale earned media efficiently, more cost-effective and impactful, which is specifically helping you discover and engage in public discourse, essentially go after customers who want you but don't know you. But over time, we think this is more like an interesting AI agent for every single brand, trying to drive brand engagement and sales. And so, lots of different things, but brand agents will soon do a bunch of these things, generate original content, identify and collaborate with influencers. If you land on the brand's website or app, there's probably some kind of virtual guide, just like there's a retail sales rep, all these type of things. And we think there will be a shift in sort of media landscape where there will be more power on earned media, and sort of we're here to lead that charge. This is our website. This is a homepage that we use to get 8 or 9 brands to sign up with us just as a pilot. You can also go there. There's our contact info to reach us, and that's our X handles. Yeah, that's it. Thank you.
So, any questions in the room for the team?
Oh, I need to do all this.
Oh, yeah. If you can repeat the question quickly, because so the people online can hear as well.
I think the question was the $300 cost. What's the breakdown of it? I think it's primarily API costs, and of course, like the generation per the content. But the majority of it is API because a lot of it gets filtered away because it's irrelevant or like low engagement content. So, for example, the Twitter's API cost and Reddit API cost and all of that. So,